laws will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them. Crises precipitate change.
Secretly plotting your demise. I want to devise a virus.
Hello everyone, Darko 2012 here, Global Government News. Thank you for joining me for this article written by Paul Joseph Watson on February 12, 2010, titled Surveillance Drones to Zap Protesters into Submission. And I thought this was kind of a joke, but then I saw the picture and I'm just like, wow, that's kind of creepy looking, you know? It may be somewhat primitive, but we do know that the Pentagon is looking into biological drone robots, and they already have the capability and the technology, as of right now, to produce machines, robots that feed off, quote, flesh, right? They say bugs and all that, but think about it. It's like Terminator 2, right? They could be like at the perfect army that just eats their enemy for fuel, for energy. So, yeah, I mean, it's almost funny, but at the same time, it's like, look at this, police. They're actually going to use these things. So yeah, thanks for checking these out. And this definitely goes under the file for Big Brother, police state, and New World Order in general. Because this is what it's about. It's about an enslavement police spy surveillance grid. And, these police, they'll go on the local news, and the local news, not the big mainstream media news, but local news, a lot of times, they actually are legitimate, and they'll cover this stuff, and they'll be questioning, what the hell is this thing for? Don't you think it's a little invasive? What about privacy in that? Oh. And the police will be like, oh no, we know that there's privacy advocates and that, but we're just going to just go ahead and do it anyways. And, it speaks highly of the police officers out there, because I don't think they really give a crap about privacy and respecting liberty, individual liberty anymore. I think whatever little toys and gadgets they get to make them be able to be less, more spineless and more lazier, I think, hey, they'll be all for, right? Says, illustrating once again that the prison planet being built around us far outstrips anything Aldous Huxley or George Orwell ever imagined. A Wired news report reported details how police forces worldwide are preparing to unveil drone aircraft that can not only conduct surveillance of protesters but also zap them into submission with non-lethal weapons. Says, as part of their ongoing mission to, quote, protect and serve, and that's the New World Order that they're protecting and serving, of course. Cops across the world are getting access to military drones, which allow them to carry out surveillance on everyone from protesters and anti-social motorists to fly tippers. And check out one of my videos. I've posted it before. It would be filed under Big Brother Police State. It was out of Texas, where the police force, I believe it was Texas, was launching their own little plane / it was a drone. It was a surveillance drone that the police force, whatever PD, was using. And they didn't want anybody to know about it. They didn't talk about the media, and the media kind of caught wind of it, and then they got over there and got the coverage. And nobody would have known about it unless the local media covered on it. So that's why I was saying. But yeah, and then also as far as zapping people, this isn't a joke, because they have the technology right now as well to, when you go through the airports, you wear bracelets. They're called zap bracelets. And if you're someone that could be a, quote, terrorist, they'll give you a little zap and it'll incapacitate you. That's another quote. It'll subdue you. So you're going to be having all these people, innocent people, walking around just to be able to go fly somewhere, and they're going to have these little taser bracelets. And if you fit the bill, and of course they got behavior modification. They got behavior detection detectives, agents that just sit there all day and watch your behavior, and of course they're taught by their big brother masters, slave masters, what to look for. And they also have technology to recognize facial recognition and to look for certain um, features in the face that will give them a red flag. And then just think about it. If you're just some person that's kind of like, you see all these cameras and it's kind of freaking you out or something, right? And you haven't been to the airport in a while, all of a sudden, you got this little bracelet on you, you're getting zapped because an automated camera is detecting your behavior. And so, yeah, it's crazy. And it says like the Running Man. The report details how the future of policing will resemble something approaching the combination of They Live and the Running Man, with unmanned drones replacing police helicopters, whizzing around everywhere, torturing and knocking out anyone who misbehaves. According to the report, this is a natural progression from CCTV cameras that shout at passerbys currently deployed in several UK cities. Only now drones will be fitted with LRAD acoustic devices, torture sound weapons that were indiscriminately used and abused during the G20 summit in Pittsburgh on innocent members of the public who were just walking down the street and had not even dared to engage in the criminal activity of expressing their First Amendment right to assemble. And that purposely, they do cause permanent hearing damage, though, but they don't give a shit. They don't care. And it says the LRAD has been tested on the Austrian S-100 unmanned helicopter, and the technology is ready if there is a police requirement, states the article. Also available to police will be a drone that can fire tear gas as well as rubber pellets to disperse anyone still living under the delusion that they were born in a democratic country. And this doesn't surprise me, right? Because if you can get a drone in the air, a drone helicopter, well, then they're going to try to put every little gadget on there as well, right? And so for all the police out there that are like, oh, man, you call me lazy, you call me spineless, why don't you meet me at so-and-so, and I'll show you how spineless I am. And so, yeah, and for all the police officers that may be listening to this, I do have a little word of advice for you, not to so much speak down to you, but I know how you think, so by me speaking like this, I'm kind of trying to speak on your level. And what I'm saying is that they are going to exclude you, buddy. Eventually, you're going to be out of a job. You see what I'm getting at here? That's what a technocracy is. That's what a scientific dictatorship is. They exclude the human aspect of everything. That's why you should have a vested interest. You don't even have to care about humanity and morals and privacy and liberty or anything like that. And all that good stuff that we fought for, or our forefathers fought for with blood. But no, you don't even have to respect that. Just respect your own selfishness and your ability to earn your own income. Because you're not going to have a job because they're going to have machines do it for you. And you can say, this isn't the movies. Well, how about, movie with Wesley Snipes? Demolition Man. Remember in the movie they had a little ticket that was telling them, you've been fined for profanity, blah, 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 blah. And then here we go. Now we got in the UK these things telling people, talking to people, shouting at them. So, you can say all you want, but this is a reality that we all live in. So let me move on here. It says French company Technosolar Seni has demonstrated a portable drone armed with a double-barreled 44mm flashball gun used by French special police forces. The 1 kilo flashball resembles a large caliber handgun and fires non-lethal rounds, including tear gas, rubber impact rounds, to bring down a suspect without permanent damage. The same effect as the punch of a champion boxer. Of course, the fact that the flashball devices have caused permanent damage in the form of head injuries is glossed over. Another option will be mini flying saucer drones fitting with a taser gun primed to shoot 50,000 volts into anyone who refuses to bow down at the feet of the global government. Taser stun guns are now so light, about 150 grams, that they could be mounted on the smaller drones. Antoine Diazo, head of the SMP Technologies, which distributes tasers in France, says the company is fitting only to a small quad-rotor iDrone, another toy helicopter, some call the flying saucer. So there you go, guys. I'm not getting to the end of this because we only get 10 minutes, and I can't break this into two. So, but I thought my points were more important, and you can go and read this yourself because it kind of makes me sick. Thank you.